I'm Robert P. Fitton, and this is a quick synopsis of Galactic Command, the Nebula planet. Oh no, not another author writing his version of a Starship series. Robert P. Fitton here. I'm making no such claim of that. Reality for the humans of Galactic Command lives far away in the future, where history has ebbed and flowed since we left the confines of our precious little Earth. There are more months of the year as time progresses because things change. Humanity has populated the Milky Way. As a result of time and evolution, variations abound. But here's the key, which defines every cinematic production since E.T. the Extraterrestrial. After thousands of years of searching and listening, a truly alien form of life has not been found. The Nebula planet is a planet overlooking a stunning nebula. Let's take a CAT scan of this phantasm. Brightly minted stars 4 million years ago, a whole bunch of dark clouds being swirled around by solar winds, gaseous monstrosities, hydrogen molecules good for snapshots. The idea is that the Nebula planet is far away and a leading scientist, Dr. Howard Ellison's exploratory party, is missing. And out there lies the mystery that Galactic Command will be forced to address. Did I hear you say how boring Fitton's book is without aliens? Perhaps some will abandon my ship. Well, goodbye. For those of you who remain, let me bring you aboard Explorer Spaceship 14. I drew a 6-foot model of the ship before I began writing Galactic Command. The power to move this ship beyond the speed of light is found in the Eldridge coils, Ronald Eldridge, inventor, which bends space like an elastic and thrusts the ship forward. Frank Muldoon is the ship's engineer and responsible for the coils. And there is a mover inside the ship that travels the length of the ship to the locus, that area of control for all ESS vessels. The officers' cabins are directly below the locus, and other cabins are aligned along the length of the ship. Before I bring Commander Ross into the mix, let me introduce Polonus, artificially constructed intelligence that permeates the ship and ancillary vessels and communications devices. Frank Muldoon is continuously at odds with Polonus, especially when the computer is right. Anyone who's familiar with Star Trek, the original series, knows how it's important to have interaction between each member of the crew. It makes the series buzz. Commander Ross is strong, decisive, and capable. His father still works as an intelligence officer. To Ross's side on the locus is the affable but highly trained Hugh Lindy Lindsay, his first officer. Lindy is unflinchingly loyal to Ross. The ship's chief medical officer, Mike Pfeiffer, is well known to having defeated Commander Ross in defensive skills. Crutch Kuczynski oversees the security on the vessel. Along both sides of the center ship are sky pilot bays, the battleships that are used in engagements. Ross's best friend, Craig Duggan, a sky pilot, was killed during the Antarian War. And speaking of Antarians, you can't trust them. They're compact, muscular human offshoots who were just defeated by Ross at the Battle of Marigot. There is a command hierarchy with admirals, commanders, first and second rank officers. It is Admiral Ebert that sends a security team to haul Ross and Lindy out of a pit bar of the mothership. Despite the protests, they're placed in a secure cell with a force field. Orders are given to travel to deep space to find Dr. Ellison and his crew. Accompanying Ross is an old friend, a reporter called a Bender. With the war concluded and with a treaty, stories still abound about spies, one being aboard ESS-14, which leads to a tense situation far away from command bases. A rogue, incompetent ESS commander has lined up with the Antarians to fight Ross. It creates an unusual situation for the ESS vessel. As the tragic situation develops aboard the ship, they close in on the Nebula planet, with the nebula itself filling the sky. The investigation of the planet prompts Ross to proceed to the nebula itself. What waits for them beyond is like nothing they've ever seen before. They do find Ellison and experience his genius. He constructs unimaginable ways to travel through space. The bonus is rewarding, especially for Ross, but the consequence is devastating for Galactic Command. My mission statement for this book and for the series is to adhere to the strong characters and their interactions, to simplify the ship, though it does have a ambient room for virtual viewing trips. It does have a blockbuster ending at the end of the Nebula planet. To read or listen to this blockbuster ending, you can travel by mouse click or phone tap to Amazon to get the paperback or Kindle, and to Audible for the audiobook. I'm Robert P. Fitton, and this has been a quick synopsis of the Nebula Planet, Galactic Command series.